Italy was one of the worst affected nations in the COVID-19 pandemic, but the country is slowly reopening. As part of this, Italian national and local authorities have implemented extensive antibody testing campaigns. This is to determine how many people have developed immunity to COVID-19. It's also opened up a new market for antibody test manufacturers. Massimiliano Boggetti is the CEO of Diesse Diagnostica and a firm of about 200 employees. Diesse is providing the regional government in Tuscany with 500,000 antibody tests and is producing 1.2 million tests a month. The firm makes tests that detect 3 kinds of antibodies the immune system develops to fight off a disease, unlike most of the other tests on the market, which currently only measure 2 types of antibodies.
For a company that has the size of my company, remaining competitive in a market that is very capital intensive, there is only one key, that is innovation. So you need to be very innovative in order to compete with those who can put the muscles on the table, if you understand what I mean.
Multinational firms are now making a push to get their cut of the Italian market, looking to use the country as a springboard to offer their tests in other countries as demand for the tests increases. American giant Abbott Labs has been particularly prominent, providing antibody tests to the Italian national government and regional authorities in Sicily and Piedmont. But in the same way confusion and competition built up between American governors bidding for ventilators, regional Italian governors are now finding themselves in a similar situation with antibody tests, with little guidance from the Italian national government on how to navigate this new market. For example, in the central region of Marche, with a population of about 1.5 million people, Governor Luca Ceriscioli says there's been a slow response from the national government and a lack of clarity on antibody testing. As a result, his region went ahead with antibody testing of healthcare workers at major hospitals. Dr. Antonio Giordano, who is the founder and director of the Sbarro Institute for Cancer Research and Molecular Medicine at Temple University in Philadelphia, says that as the antibody testing market opens up in the United States, authorities can learn from Italy, where the government should have been more active early on in setting rules and expectations.
On the market point of view, government should be very strong in dictating the rules that the big pharma or the biotech interests are aggressively pursuing, because that's what is happening. You open up the newspaper, you see everyone develop a test, everyone develop a vaccine, and everyone starts a clinical trial, but you don't know worldwide which one is the true one if you don't have a strong, a rigorous monitoring of the process.
Another takeaway for Americans, according to Diesse CEO Massimiliano Boggetti, is increased cooperation between the government, the scientific community, and manufacturers.
Companies do play a very important role in maintaining a population in an healthy status. So we need to increase the cooperation between scientific community and industry to make sure that there is not a lack of this type of testing or of the medical device equipment that are essential when you are fighting with an epidemic. You need to count on a domestic production to make sure that once and if a new epidemic appears, you need for sure to fight this epidemic as an international community, but to some extent you need also to count on some national production.